It's Decision Day 2022. In about an hour, Michigan voters will be weighing in on major races and issues and proposals and all of those good things that will be impacting your community and your state for years to come. For the races, for the state's top officials, to the battle over abortion and voting rights, everything that you need to know before you cast your ballot at the polls when they open at 7 a.m.
Plus, what's the delay? Millions across Michigan and the U.S. still waiting on the winning Powerball numbers for the record $1.9 billion jackpot. We're following this breaking news as lottery officials say the drawing could happen at any moment now.
And come take a look at your screen. Something phenomenal is happening in the sky right now. It's cold. If you want to actually go out and look at it, we're giving you the best seat for the total lunar eclipse. It's happening right now. Why we won't get another view like this for about 3 more years. So you might want to take advantage of seeing it now.
Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 6 a.m. starts now.
Good morning, everybody. On this election day, it's finally here, Tuesday, November 8th. I'm Rhonda Walker.
And I'm Pamela Osborne. We'll get to your forewarned forecast in just a moment because right now the sky, it is putting on quite the show. Let's take a live look. This is a view of the total lunar eclipse from St. Clair Shores this morning. And right now is the best time to check it out.
So let's get to forewarned meteorologist Brandon Rue with more on what is happening in the sky and how long we can watch it.
Well, it is, as you noticed with some of the color, a blood moon total lunar eclipse. And we still have another half an hour or so to enjoy the totality. And then as we take a look, yes, it does have that sort of blood orange or blood-ish look to it with some of the light refracting around the shadow of the Earth over the moon. And again, this will not happen again for us here in our heavens until March of 2025. So get out there and check it out, a total lunar eclipse. As we take a look at the flag on this election day, it's on the cool side. You'll need that jacket if you're heading out there, walking to the polls, walking the dog, walking to work, perhaps just checking out that cool moon. We've got 43 is the warm spot in Port Huron, but not far away, some 20s north of M59, 35 right now in Ann Arbor, 38 at Metro. We've got 39 West Bloomfield, 5 Celsius in Windsor. Taylor, you're at 38 degrees. And at the bus stops this morning, it's middle 30s, so jacket weather with this lunar eclipse. And then this afternoon, we'll get into a little more sunshine with 56 degrees, your afternoon high.
Now, here's your time saver traffic.
All right, well, we're starting off the 6 a.m. hour on a positive note. That's because that accident we had over on Southfield Freeway at 7 Mile has just cleared, so we're no longer dealing with any accidents at this time. Let's take a closer look at that area right now. We've got our 1-800-CALL-SAM Trapper shot over Southfield Freeway at 7 Mile, and things moving along just fine through this area. And take a look at these conditions this morning. The roads are dry, visibility good as well, so no problems anymore in this area or anywhere else around Metro Detroit. Rhonda.
All right, thank you, Kim. We are continuing to follow the breaking news, and this is all the concern over the $1.9 billion Powerball jackpot. You were hoping to wake up a winner. That drawing apparently, it was supposed to take place. It has not. It was supposed to take place on Monday night, but there has been a delay, some kind of technical glitch.
Yeah, so here's what we know about that situation. Powerball officials are saying they're waiting on one of the 48 state or territory lotteries included in the game to finish processing sales and play data. Once that happens and all security procedures are completed, then finally that drawing is going to be held.
Prolonging your anticipation and actually casting a little doubt, too, about the process. Make sure that you hold on to your tickets, and we will give you those numbers just as soon as they are selected. Another month, after months of campaigning and preparation, Election Day is finally here. The polls open at 7 a.m.
And in order to make sure that it all runs smoothly today, local officials and state officials, as well as the federal government, they are going to be monitoring the polls. On Monday, the Justice Department announced its Civil Rights Division will monitor voting locations in Detroit, Pontiac, Southfield, Flint, and Grand Rapids. The goal is to make sure that no one intimidates any voters and everyone feels they can safely cast their ballot.
There are several key races across the state today.
Among them, voters will decide between two women for the state's top job. Governor Whitmer is hoping for another 4-year term in office. She's being challenged by Republican businesswoman Tudor Dixon.
Also today, Attorney General Dana Nessel is vying for another term in office as well. She's being challenged by Kalamazoo attorney Matt DePerno.
He's currently the subject of an ongoing criminal investigation into the potential tampering of voting equipment after the 2020 election.
And in the race for Secretary of State, Jocelyn Benson is looking to keep her job for another 4 years. Her challenger is Republican Christina Caramo.
Which, by the way, on Monday, Caramo was dealt a loss in court. A Wayne County judge dismissed her lawsuit that looked to disqualify Detroit absentee ballots and require residents to vote in person. Michigan voters will also be deciding 3 major issues today: term limits, voting rights, and, of course, abortion.
Yes, and there's so much more on the ballots as well, depending on where you live.
Yep.
There's funding for schools and parks. And so let's get to Nick Monticelli. He's breaking down the 3 proposals, which are one of the key issues on your ballot. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. So we're going to start with proposals 1 and 2, talking about, as you mentioned, term limits, financial disclosures, and for Prop 2, we're talking about election laws, when you can and cannot vote, maybe even extending the voting period for a whole week.
Michigan's Proposal 1 is about term limits and financial disclosures. It would require annual public financial disclosure reports from legislators and other state officers, including the governor, lieutenant governor, secretary of state, and attorney general. It would also set a 12-year term limit for state representatives and state senators, and that would be in any combination of years between the House and the Senate. Proposal 2 is a little more complicated. It's proposing changes to Michigan election law. A yes vote would amend the state constitution, allowing 9 days of early in-person voting, adding an absentee ballot box in every city and township. It would allow clerks to accept outside donations to fund elections, and would require military or overseas ballots to be counted if postmarked by Election Day. The biggest change would be the extension of in-person voting, getting a full work week plus 2 full weekends before the election at designated polling places. Those would be open 8 hours a day. Proponents say it makes voting more convenient and would increase voter turnout. Critics believe it could increase costs and decrease turnout. There's also a provision in Prop 2 that would continue to allow voters to vote without an ID, as long as they sign an affidavit attesting to their identity. That part is already state law. This just solidifies it. Also, you may have seen claims that Prop 2 would allow prisoners to vote. That is not true. If incarcerated, a person cannot vote. However, if someone is on parole, probation, or has served their sentence and have been released, they are allowed to vote. On the flip side, a no vote on Proposal 2 keeps Michigan election laws as is.
All right, so those are Props 1 and 2. Coming up here in about 30 minutes, we'll talk about Proposal 3, break down the abortion proposal. What's in it, what's not, what you can expect when you go to the polls today. We're live here at a polling place in Dearborn. Nick Monticelli, Local 4.
All right, Nick, thank you. And clickondetroit.com is your home for election coverage, both a preview as you prepare yourself to head to the polls and then to watch as all those returns come in later today. Devin Skillian has more on what you'll find there.
There is so much on the line on this election day. Click on Detroit was built for days just like this one. If you're voting today, everything you need to know about casting your ballot is right there in our voter's guide. Everything from your polling place to a complete breakdown of the candidates and the issues you'll be deciding. In fact, you can even find your exact sample ballot so that you can better prepare to take part in deciding the huge decisions facing Michigan and the nation. And then later tonight, when the polls close, it's your place to watch your vote count. We will be streaming our complete coverage throughout the night with our team of reporters and a terrific panel of experts to help us decipher and weigh the results as they come in. And we know that could be a lengthy process. So settle in today, tonight, and as long as it takes on Click on Detroit.
Ahead at 6, we're talking about skipping the pleasantries, how Apple is revamping Siri.
Yes, we'll tell you what that means. Also ahead, what happened to the man who threw a beer can at Senator Ted Cruz during the Houston Astros World Series celebration. We will take a closer look at that.
But before we go to break, here's a live look at the total lunar eclipse. You can see the moon very faintly there on the edge happening right now. And it's clear skies across Metro Detroit, so the views are plentiful. We'll be right back.